Hi, my name is Umar Qureshi and I have the privilege today of sitting opposite three stars who had the privilege of working in Yash Chopra's last movie, his final swan song, Jab Tak Hai Jaan. I'm sitting with Shahrukh, Katrina, Anushka. We're going to discuss his last movie, his finest movie, and we will discover that as we go along. Big actresses are working on a big project. They're bound to be catfights.
We couldn't play this being nice to each other for too long.
She's got my lines cut again. She's got it told Adi that these lines don't suit. They are my character. What character? Characterless.
None of you have worn the chiffon sari.
I have worn a chiffon sari.
Posed like on.
No, every time I wore it, one of them would take it off. And I used to like
It took a long time for you to work with Shahrukh. Was it because of the fact Salman? What was the privilege like to work in his final movie?
I think even if it wasn't final or it's ironic and strange that we were to be part of a film which he also decided he won't be making films after. But beyond that, yeah, just to have worked in a Yash Chopra film as a director, as a producer, as a friend, as a maker, as a writer, as just a creative person has always been an honor, a very happy feeling actually. Every time that I have done a film with him, it's been one of the happiest moments. The process has been happy, and mashallah, so far the result has always also been happy. So yeah, it's a great relationship, and I'm sure they would say the same.
I think it was I think it's safe to say it's every actress's dream to be directed by Yash Chopra. It was definitely a dream of mine. I just think it's the way he saw women. He had such a love and respect for women, and that shows and comes across in his characters and his films. His women are never ornamental. For me, that's always been the most important thing. They have substance, they have soul, they have character, and I think that comes from how much respect he has for women.
Anushka?
Exactly the same way. So early on in my career, to have my name attached to his legacy, I'll cherish this for the rest of my life. Apart from that, I think just getting to know a man like Yash Chopra is a real privilege. You know, if we all would agree that he's probably the warmest person you'd ever meet, and has the best sense of humor and is just so humane and a good soul. So just getting to know him and just seeing his passionate outlook towards movies, his films, that childlike enthusiasm while making movies, that was really inspiring for me. So it was a great privilege.
But I mean, I know you haven't worn the chiffon sari, but none of you have worn the chiffon sari in this one.
No, this time, tell them the truth.
Yeah, I have worn a chiffon sari.
You won a chiffon sari?
Yes.
And you posed like on...
No, every time I wore it, one of them would take it off.
Okay.
And I had a lot of problems. If it wasn't for Yashji and the Yash Raj films, I would have given to this film a little more than my soul.
But even now you're feeling a little intimidated between two beautiful ladies.
It's two of the most beautiful women that I work with in more ways than one, in terms of actors, in terms of warmth, in terms of goodness. And throughout, when we go out for promoting the film, it has always been as if I'm the guy who would have taken care and how is it to work with Shahrukh Khan and all. But genuinely, nobody really asks me. Honestly, that has been a privilege and absolutely wonderful in all ways, in the sense of emotions, in terms of the mind and physical, as we've already stated. But really, genuinely, it's been, can I touch your legs? Really wonderful to have worked with both of them.
Okay.
And I'll keep touching, I'm working with them again and again, sorry.
Yeah, that's the need of the hour.
No, it was just to point out. That's all. Otherwise,
get the point across.
Yeah.
Okay. Your second movie with Shahrukh, your first with Shahrukh. So, I mean, how were you more comfortable on the sets than Katrina?
Worked with him before, but it was my first film, so it was just too much happening around me. So it was too much to take in. But I think this time I was more relaxed and I got to know him better. But having said that, in the first film also, like he's just lovely, huh?
You got to take the sari off.
Yeah, he got really free with us. It's a lot of fun working with Shahrukh, and I had more work, more fun this time. The second time around was more fun. See, work, fun, it's the same word.
It's the same word.
Yeah, that's what,
Work is fun, yeah. How was it? Because you've not worked with Shahrukh, though socially you met very often, same industry, same social circles.
Is so passionate and genuine about his work and the films he makes that regardless of you know each other, don't know each other, whatever it is, he just wants all his energy is going into trying to help you be better in the film. I think that thought is actually such a correct one, that the film is as good as everybody is collectively, not just one person shining. So he was always trying to, help me what I was doing, explaining to me also he's worked with Adi, Yashji so many times before, so he knows them, he knows their style a little better.
Shahrukh, your association with Yashji has been the longest. And now also given the fact that this is his last film and it's a Diwali release, but it's got much bigger than that now. The movie has got much bigger than it was slated to be right now.
No, I don't think any film gets bigger before its release. And I think we've been able to make a heartfelt film.
Yeah.
And a film gets only big post the Friday, how it is accepted by the people. It's a more special film now.
Yeah.
Because Yashji is no more. So it's the word would be extremely special film.
Yeah.
Not big. Big would make it small.
Yeah, true. And also on his 80th birthday, which was just, I think, a very short period before he passed away, you conducted this extensive interview. That must be holding additional value for you now, like an extra feeling attached to it. How do you look back on that now?
The night the afternoon that he passed away, and then I was going down to the hospital, and suddenly I put on the TV, and everywhere they were playing that. And I remember Adi had kind of convinced him to do this. He was very reticent. He wouldn't normally come in front of camera. So when Adi had convinced him to do it, somewhere Adi just said, "Ki pata hai, saalon ke baad na, when Dad's not here, you're not here, this will be a piece of history." And I didn't know it would be so extremely special. And I don't know historically or in retrospect or how it is going to be. But I'm happy that I was able to make him express things that you need to. We only hear it personally as actors. We have the privilege to hear it personally. So the world got to hear it, and he's a great guy to listen to.
Yeah. You worked with father and son. How different are they as directors?
What I feel is that Yashji is someone who wants to finish everything very quickly. Like if we got a take right the first take, he just doesn't want to take another take. Yeah. But then Adi is someone who'd say, like when we did Rabne, ek safety ka take kar lete and all that. And we all wonder, kiski safety? Who's unsafe here? That this take needs to happen.
Yeah, it's perfectionist.
So that's he's just.
Yeah. Katrina, were you upset at the fact that the chiffon sari song could not be shot on the Chopra Lake in Switzerland, which is the trademark?
Yeah, I do wish we could have done it. The costume trials were done. The costumes are there. They're still, must be in Yashraj here somewhere. And Yashji was so specifically knew what he wanted. For me, that was actually the clearest I ever saw him when it came to costume discussion. You know exactly, I like this color, I don't like this color. I like this border, I don't like this border. I like this embroidery, I don't. So you could tell that he really, really liked. I mean, it was a special. It's a special. I think women in saris was a special thing for him. I think because he really knew a lot about it. But I guess it wasn't to be. But
would you like to touch upon any experience like this? You had a long association with him, and going on right up to Jab Tak Hai Jaan. Any particular memory, any emotion attached, anything which has. Which you share, we would like to share, which you haven't shared.
I have lots of them actually. From when we were doing Dilwale, he was just the producer on the film that time, and he was anxious for his sons getting it right. And at that time, we didn't know how right he's got it actually. So I remember there was a song we were shooting, Zara Sa Jhoom Jhoom and in that I think Kajol gets drunk. But he came to a school. She's drinking and she's having fun, but yaar, tu sharab mat peena. अच्छा नहीं लगता कि दोनों के दोनों यार शराब पी रहे हैं. You should be decent about it. And I remember I'm telling Adi, maybe I shouldn't take a swig. I'm just dancing. But Adi was, no, you have to do it. So there was this. I've been a part of a lot of this father-son middleman giri that I've done. Trying to actually, as a matter of fact, Adi and Karan called me the double dholki because Adi would tell me, yaar, ye karna hai bas. Now you convince Dad. So I would go and Dad would say something else, depending. Sometimes he's the producer, sometimes he's the director. So I would go back and come back and say no. And I would do what Dad has told me. I invariably did what Dad told me. So they would like, hey, you told us you'll go and do it differently and you have gone, you're a double dholki. Jhoot bol raha hai tu. We believe now that on Diwali, Jab Tak Hai Jaan, beyond being a film, it's an expression of happiness that all of us, the 200, 500, 1,000, 10,000 lives that are touched by Yashji, personally and professionally, millions. I think we all should celebrate.
There's going to be a star-studded premiere of the movie, like in the old-fashioned style, when they used to have these big premieres, you know. That's Pam Auntie's decision, right?
Yeah, we were actually at one time planning to have a premiere. We were discussing that and to do it at Yash Raj. And then with the passing away, the demise of Yashji, then, you know, one kind of stopped talking about it. But Pam Auntie herself said, you know, Yash would have liked it to be a celebration of his films. And we should celebrate because, you know, I was talking to some of the members from YRF. And, you know, they were just saying, when you're giving the interviews, you all seem so all right with all this. And maybe it comes across like that. But I think we who have worked with Yashji in the last year of his work and life realize that he would have liked us to be like this, you know, to carry on the happiness that he spread. And when Pam Auntie said this and substantiated it, I think it's just very normal that I think we believe now that on Diwali, Jab Tak Hai Jaan, beyond being a film, it's an expression of happiness that all of us, the 200, 500, 1,000, 10,000 lives that are touched by Yashji, personally and professionally, millions. I think we all should celebrate the feeling of this Yash Chopra film. So, yeah,
and all the heroines are going to get together and get on stage.
I don't know about that. I don't know the modalities of how it's going to be. But I have requested Anushka and Katrina to still be in their taxi dress.
In the taxi dress?
Black.
You're black and you're long.
I just
He had to
knew
say it.
I'm coming to the premiere
Then I
like
said,
this.
no one's going to figure it out. I knew he was going to say it.
I'm coming to the premiere like this.
3 movies in the same banner in Yash Raj in the same year, with 3 of the Khans, the biggest stars. Like, how's the experience been each time, apart from the fact that Yashji directed this one?
They're all very unique people, and I think that's why they all are superstars, because they must have something individually very special about them. He's making a million faces, isn't he?
That was really nice.
He's not.
I would have done the same thing. Yeah.
Thank you.
He's not.
Thank you, Anushka. I appreciate it. But no, he's. I mean, I'll make it easy. Since we're sitting next to Shahrukh, we'll keep the question more related to working with him. And as I said, he really is. You really are a really nice person to work with. Good.
Yeah. Anushka, like when 2 big actresses are working on a big project, there are bound to be catfights and rivalry.
Both of us are working with Yash Chopra for the first time, so it's a special thing for both of us. So why you want to enjoy it the most? And honestly speaking,
we've seen it for so many years.
No, but
We've
actually,
seen it. I've seen it.
You are kind of right. There are some instances. I mean, I've personally had them where you may not gel, let's put it that way, so well with the person for various reasons, which usually are ridiculous and don't make sense. But I think in this case, if I could probably speak for her, I think we both came. Our equation with each other has no baggage to it.
You're color coordinated also.
We're color coordinated, but also it seriously had no baggage to it. So I think we were just able to see each other, and I kind of saw her, and she kind of saw me, and I won't speak for her, but I think we just both instantly kind of liked each other. And
I do a film with you again. Like if I had to do a film with another actress, and someone asked me who do you want to do it with, I do it with Katrina. I see. We're doing films together. In fact, we're going to come as a package now. It's going to be, you know,
at half price.
Together.
Katrina, this is. It took a long time for you to work with Shahrukh. Was it because of the fact that Salman, you're very friendly to him?
You know, good things take a little while to come your way. Otherwise,
I think that line is patented by Guinness. That good things come to those who wait.
Katrina, this is. It took a long time for you to work with Shahrukh, but was it because of the fact that your proximity to Salman, you're very friendly to him? Was there any stress with Shahrukh because of that at all? Mentally, maybe created by media, maybe whatever. But was there anything of that sort?
See, if Shahrukh and Salman were in kindergarten and were both 8 and 9, then probably that would have been a factor. But you know, they're really. I just find that so funny that someone can even think like that. Why we didn't do a film together? I mean, I guess probably we just weren't offered anything together. In terms of Shahrukh as a producer, why he didn't offer me a film earlier? Now that's a question for Shahrukh.
Yeah, that's a question.
You know, good things take a little while to come your way. I'll be honest, I've always wanted to work with Katrina, and from the outside, a lot of things are said, and I think they're very childish. You know, she's a professional. I think one of the leading stars in terms of our country, and having worked so much, and all of us have worked really hard to be where we are, and we look forward to being able to really share that space with other talents and enhance our own. So when people talk about this, they belittle the importance of the work each one of us is doing, whether it's Salman, whether it's Katrina, whether it's me, whether it's Anushka. You know, this all comparison, it just belittles the importance of what we stand for as professionals and even personally. And issues between people also are absolutely, I think, out of context. People without knowing talk like
That's
this.
exactly what he
said. So question
said.
like, Katrina and me ever having an issue working because of an X or Y factor, however personal or professional that is, it never even crossed our mind. As a matter of fact, like, it's, I think everybody will be happy that Katrina's done a fine film. All her friends, everyone who knows her, professionally and personally, I'd be happy now. When she does a film and it does well, I wish her well. More than I did even before, because now we are friends and we work together and we've had a great time. So, we'd look after each other in that sense at least. So I'm sure when people are friends and doing films, none of these things ever happen. And I'm glad I got to work with Katrina.
In fact, I must mention to you, Shahrukh, that I asked Salman the same question, and he said most of this is created by media and most of it is to instigate each other against the other. He's saying I have a very healthy respect for him, and I'm sure he has a respect for me. And I think if God has given him so much, it's because he's blessed and he's very talented. And this is what he said. Would you like to comment to that?
I think it's the same feeling, really. We're all emotional people about our personal lives, and I don't think any of us, in 20 years that I've worked with so many people, and Salman, any of us have wished anyone bad. Yeah, there are days when you are angsty and angry and disturbed and have these little tiffs. We'd have it. We'll have it. While working together, post that, tomorrow, day after, at workplace or personally also. But you don't hold that against anyone. I think we wish everyone the best. And we all know, like I said in the beginning, that where we have reached is with a lot of hard work, a lot of passion, a lot of belief. And we know it's the similar for all of us. So you don't question it and say hers is lesser than mine is more than hers or lesser than his. Or, you respect each other for what we all have. And by Allah's grace, all of us have so much that it'd be extremely ungrateful to wish negative for anyone in our profession or outside.
Yeah, but there is a clash on Diwali with Son of Sardar. Jab Tak Hai Jaan is going to be releasing on the same day with another big movie with another big star. So how do you feel about that, all three of you?
First, the word clash is wrong, I think. I think it's like we said, somebody was saying one of the movies should move. I don't think so. 200 movies, 56 weeks. Some of them going to have common Fridays. It's absolutely all. But Diwali is a big weekend, good holidays. I think each one of us will prosper. Different films, different star cast, different kind of audience maybe, or maybe similar kind of audience. So wish each other the best. We obviously hope really the nicest things for our film. And I'm sure their team wishes the best for their film, and we all will be working together with each other also. So all the best to them. There's no clash as such. It could have been business-wise, maybe wiser, but then, all of us decide in all fairness when we want our film. And nobody owns a Friday. So you come on a Friday, and they must have also thought, we must have also thought, and we're happy with this. So all the best to them and all the best to us. And
all the best for Jab Tak Hai Jaan. We're all looking forward to this one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.